Hello, heroes and villains. Welcome to Multiverse. Today it is Evil Friday. Give me just a minute so that I can finish setting things up on my end. Sadly, when I log in, there's a few things I have to set up on YouTube. So let's do that right now. So I hope you guys had a good week. So today we are going to play the Brainiac return missions. Quite simply because it is the two times we're getting twice the Bizarro samples this week. So if you still needed some currency for the Brainiac return missions, this week will be a good time to get those. Also, we did get some no rewards, so you will need some currency to purchase those no rewards. So that should do it, I think. Everything seems to be set up. Evil YouTube wants to put ads. Not today. Hello, Batman. Hello, Junior. Hello, Snawidu. Hope you guys had a good week. So today, guys, we are going to play the Brainiac return missions. Ideally, if we could get people that are, well, let's see. Ideally, if we could get people that are combat rating 419, that would be great. But sadly, for Evil Friday, there's usually not that many evil villains that are willing to play. So we might end up playing with whoever is willing to join the group. So if we can get a group of players that are 419, that would be great. If we can't, then we'll play with whoever we can get. There's a Ghost Rider who cannot join us because he's a hero. This week we are playing on the evil villain side, so sadly if you want to be able to join the group, you have to be a evil villain. Although we will go to the open world afterwards, so if you guys want to go to the open world with us afterwards, doesn't matter if you are a hero or villain, you should be able to join us either way. So we will take some time to try to put a group together. After a while, if somehow we don't get the full group, we'll just go for the mission with whoever we have. Oh, Fuzz is asking, how can I get the trim gloves if I don't have it from creation? There's two ways to do that. Go see Gentleman Ghost. Oh, he's just over here. Let's take a few minutes. Like you can get there's a new version of those gloves I think that you can get from Gentleman Ghost, just over here. If not, what you could get is what you could do is that you could go to the Watchtower. If you go at the very bottom of the Watchtower, there are a whole bunch of vendors that will sell you some of the styles from the character creation. So even if you don't get the styles straight at character creation, usually there are alternatives to be able to get those styles later on. Yeah, Pubs mentions it, the Watchtower basement. Oh, Bat Vengeance says he's very excited for Batman Day. Right now, we don't really know what we're going to get for Batman Day, other than there are some Batman T-shirts that we know that we will get in the game, but that's the only thing we know so far. I'm pretty sure I showed an image of those T-shirts in a previous video, but I'll probably make a video about Batman Day. Hopefully soon. I guess we'll have to wait and see. Sadly for Batman Day, we don't know just yet what we're going to get. For the phase, what phase are we? We're in phase 5. If you want to come and join us. Fuzz is asking, no return of the emblem. There's no words about that just yet. Sadly, at this point in time, I should probably make a video about that. We pretty much have a new crop of devs at this point. Like whatever devs were left, were pretty much laid off last February. There are a few older devs that are still around, like Red 5, and I think Glitter also has been here for quite some time. But sadly, there's probably not that many left. Oh, there she is. Oh, she's in the group already. Okay. Oh, Kitten Kane is already in the group, so I guess she's not going to join us. So at this point, we pretty much have a new bunch of devs, and sadly, they are uber secretive. So they're not telling us any information, or when they do tell us information, it's at the very last minute. You probably know this, like some of the bonus weeks, we did get the information about the bonus week the day of the bonus week, sometimes even later. So sadly, they really want to keep the information uber secret for some reason. So they're not really telling us anything until it happens. And sometimes we can understand, yeah, there's some information that probably could should remain secret. But there's some information sometimes they're being very secretive about information sometimes that doesn't really matter. So it shouldn't really matter if people would know about it ahead of time. But somehow they really want to be very secretive somehow. And at this point, it's obvious there's nothing we can do about that. So that seems to be how it is. They're keeping things very secret. So there's nothing we can really do about that. Oh, Ken came wants an invite now. I thought maybe our CR was too low. Maybe that's why she was already in a group and did not want me to invite her, but I guess not. So let's try again. Oh, already in a group. Okay. Ah, too bad. So sad. So we need three more people if you guys want to come and join us. Again, worst comes to worst, if we're stuck waiting and waiting, I will just go with whoever is in the group. Sadly, with Overgirl, we're not going to be able to play the regular version of the mission. It happens. Although I guess we could ask Overgirl to leave the group and try to find someone else. Let's see. Sure, Famous, come and join us. We still have room in the group. And I might remove Overgirl from the group so that we can play the regular version of the mission. If we had a whole bunch of people who were low combat rating, we would play the event version of the mission. But with with only one person who's pretty much holding up the group, we'll just get someone else. Although, let's see, maybe because sometimes people have the wrong gear, or well, they used to have broken gear sometimes. With the broken gears, I think of the past. Nah, she's really 4 or 6. So if you guys want to come in and join, there's still a few. There's still room for a few people. Again, worst comes to worst, we'll just go with the people we have, and the matchmaking will fill up the group. David Sharp says, say phase 5 is full. You don't have to watch. You can send me a tell, even if you're not in the same phase as we are. Send me a tell, and thanks to that tell, I will be able to invite you to the group. I'm a bit surprised that the phase is full, though. Oh. Here it shows that there's still room in the phase, so I'm a bit surprised if you say the phase is full. Thank you, David. I'm sorry. I thought we might need you. I wasn't sure if we would be able to get people to play the regular version of the mission, but we seem to more or less have enough people. Like if there had been other low CR players, then yeah, we would have bitten the bullet and played the event version. But we seem to be able to play the regular version. So I guess let's go for the mission. So let's start with the first raid, the Brainiac Hall of Justice. Let's make sure that we're set to normal. There's a bit of lag in the menu. Sadly, that's to be expected at this point. We've had some lag in DCUO for quite some time now, and sadly, they don't seem to be able to fix it. They fixed most of it. Like it doesn't lag as badly as it did way back when we got the new DLC. Oh, Outlander, sure. No, Outlander, you play a hero character, we play villains. What I could suggest though, if you guys play hero character, cure for the same mission, and maybe the matchmaking will match you with us. So if you play hero characters, you might still be able to join the group if the matchmaking matches you with us. He says the lag never went away. Nah, for quite a while there was no lag. Like a year ago, I didn't have lag in DCUO. It's only basically pretty much since we got the PlayStation 5 client, and even worse, once we got the new DLC, then the lag was horrible. But before that, the lag was fine. Although I play on PlayStation, so if you play on Switch, obviously, yeah, there was a lot of lag on Switch. If you played on PS4, there probably was some lag too. Oh, again, Anakin Blitz says he wish he could join, but he's a hero. Again, cure for the mission, and if all goes well, maybe the matchmaking will match us together. Oh, there we go. Jalen member says on PC rarely gets lag. I envy you because on PlayStation it happens quite a bit, especially. It is Doomshark. Uh, Sorry, I got distracted. So if you don't get any lag on PC, that's quite lucky because on PS5, sadly there was quite a lag, quite a lot of lag. Although ironically enough, like it's too late when it's the Brainiac, the Hall of Justice mission. Ironically enough, when we got the PlayStation 5 client, The PlayStation 4 was actually working much better. Like it did improve the performance for PlayStation 4 for a bit, but the performance for PlayStation 5 was not so good. The reason why it did improve the performance on the PlayStation 4 seems that it basically made the game 60 frames per second on PlayStation 4, which maybe wasn't the case before. I have to admit, I'm not sure about that. No, I forgot something. So ironically enough, when we first got the PlayStation 4 client, PlayStation 4 ran very smoothly. Sadly, after a while, PlayStation 5, but sadly on PlayStation 5, it really wasn't working very well. So if you don't have any lag on PC, I envy you. Although I should probably play more on PC, I play mostly on PlayStation. And one of the issues for the sort of lag we have on PlayStation is that it makes things like weapon mastery a bit more difficult to execute. Sometimes you try to execute your weapon mastery move, and you hit a bit of lag, and kind of mess up your combo. Cannot quite finish your combo, which was a bit annoying. Like we got the new with the new artifact. The new artifact kind of depends a bit on using weapon combos, and sadly, the lag makes it a little bit difficult to execute those combos properly. Oh, ah. Ah, sadly, yeah, I don't have. I did not have any source marks to purchase my mainframe, so no, it's not. Do you guys still have the reflex to want to go and repair? Usually I don't, but once in a while I do have the tendency to try and want to repair. So let's try that again. So some people wonder why we died. The healer says they had no energy. The Chosen is asking any news on episode 48 yet? No, not so far. there were rumors at some point on the forums that it would be on the public test soon. The DLC is supposed to come out in September, so it should be on the public test soon, because otherwise it's not going to be released in September. But honestly, I have no idea at this point. So when you have the red there we go. When you have the red snowflake thingy, ideally you want to get away from people. Ah. Oh, someone went down here. Stay on target. Almost there. Sometimes when you get into a new group, you have a whole bunch of people who are not used to playing together. It's normal to struggle a bit. Sometimes it'll take a fight or two for people to get used to working together, to get the hang of it, sort of. Sorry guys, I'm ignoring the chat a little bit because I'm trying not to die. But I'll take a look at the chat after the battle, I promise. But yeah, so to get back to Batman Day, at this point we have no idea what we're going to get other than some T-shirts. And for the next DLC, all we really know is that we are going to get it in September. But when in September, we don't know. From the looks of it, we're probably going to get it the end of September. The only real information we got for the next DLC is that it's going to be based on around Harley Quinn and Apocalypse. There was this storyline a few years ago where Harley Quinn goes to Apocalypse to get some sort of power armor. So that is what the DLC will be based on. I never read that storyline, so I don't really know all that much about it. So Pups mentioned, yeah, PC doesn't have that much lag. I should probably play a bit more on PC then. These days I play mostly on PS5, but I'm gonna have to change that. I'm gonna have to play more on PC. Oh, Pops is asking about episode 47 underperforming. Uh, oh, that was not good. So for those wondering what Pups is talking about, basically there was part of a report about the EG7 that was released, where they pretty much mentioned that the latest DLC pretty much underperformed, or DC Universal 9 pretty much underperformed with the next DLC. Uh, it's not rocket surgery. The game has been very unstable since not just since the last DLC, but since the PlayStation 5 client. So obviously, if the game if the game performance is terrible, yeah, people are not going to want to play the DLC. Heck, I didn't play the last DLC very much because sadly, too often the game would lag or would crash, or there was the Superboy mission that sadly would glitch, and I hated that. So usually, what I would do is that whenever I saw some content that was glitchy or laggy, or I would just avoid it until they fix it. And sadly, in some cases, they still didn't fix it, as far as I can tell. The Superboy glitch was very annoying. The only good thing I can say about that is that it's pretty early in the mission. Like, it's the first boss encounter. So you could decide to start over and not lose too much progress, but it still was freaking annoying. So the game had a lot of issues, but I see also some people who think that Daybreak or EG7 will probably take some lessons from that. Sadly, in my experience, very often when things go wrong, people get the wrong lessons. An example of that would be Star Wars. Star Wars has been a disaster for quite some time, and sadly, whenever people don't watch Star Wars, whenever the ratings go down and people or whenever they get bad reviews, they usually learn the wrong lessons from those. So you have to wonder: will Daybreak and will EG7 learn the right lessons? We don't know. Well, Harley Quinn will get a buff thanks to some sort of power armor that she's going to specifically to Apocalypse to try to get some sort of power armor, which will give her a buff, which is how she will be able to pretty much be a match for evil villains from Apocalypse, I guess. At least that's what I think might happen. Again, I did not really read that storyline, so I'm not sure exactly. But that's what I would see happening. Like basically, she gets a power armor to be able to get to be able to be a match for evil villains from Apocalypse. Yeah, I should probably get Batman plot armor. That's quite true. Oh, so if you're wondering, with this mission, when you have the blue thingy, you have to stand on the blue part of the floor. When you have the red thingy, you have to stand on the red part of the floor. Oh, I won't be able to bring him back. Oh, maybe. So you have to go to the color thingy that matches with what your character has at the time. So again here, the blue thingy. Oh, let's go over here. Oh, now the red thingy. Sorry guys, I'm ignoring the chat a bit. Trying not to die. Oh, okay, there's a few people left. I thought I was the last one. Ah, come on, I can't get to... Ah, there we go. Ah, that freaking bit is annoying. So hopefully the devs will get the right lessons, but again, I strongly doubt it because even the player base doesn't seem to agree on what the right lessons actually are. Oh, we got a little message from Johnny Blaze. I'll read it in just a minute. Ah, freaking supply drop. Oh no! I'm the only one left? Loomis wants me to wipe. Okay, let's wipe. I guess we're not going to wipe.
Boo.
Hello, good sir.
How are you?
I'm alright.
Hello, everybody. I'm watching the stream right now because obviously I'm not in there.
Where are you?
In my chair,
Where's your chair?
in my room,
Where's your room?
in my house.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, I was asking in the chat, have any plans for Labor Day?
No, not especially.
Nah. I picked up a Halloween suit for Halloween carnival that's
Oh,
gonna be happening. I don't know if you ever heard of something called Saunders Farm,
no.
but it's something that we have here out in Ottawa. It's basically like during autumn they have like a Halloween carnival, and during winter they have like a winter carnival. And yeah, I'm gonna go to Saunders Farm this Halloween, and I figured might as well have some fun. Go as Michael Myers. Oh, yeah.
Well, from the pictures I saw from you, there's a strong resemblance, so you'll be fine.
Yeah.
Was he Canadian?
Who?
Michael Myers.
I don't think so.
I'm trying to remember where the movie takes place, and I can't recall.
I can look it up right now. I think
It,
it's.
it doesn't matter.
Uh,
Do you
I'm
have
curious
a
now.
Do you have a favorite
Illinois.
version? The original version or the remake?
See, I don't know. See, I like some of the original one, like the first two, but at the same time, I like how corny and how really brutal the murdering is in the Halloween Kills, which is like the second last one. I like a slasher that's really brutal.
That's all right.
The more blood, the better.
I'm probably going to go on Friday the 13th marathon this weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was like a free tryout for Stack TV or something like that. So I'll probably do a marathon thanks to that.
Yeah, Halloween's my favorite holiday. Even though it's not a holiday that we like celebrate with where we get like a day off or anything. It's just like in terms of like celebrations and everything, it's my favorite.
I don't especially care for Halloween, but yeah, it's a nice celebration.
I only wish we got a day off. Oh well,
You don't need a day off.
man. I remember when I was with the company I was working with last year. Um, there was a woman that was driving by, and had like a full-on cosplay of Ahsoka Tano. It was pretty cool. From you know that TV show there? It was that version.
Are you saying the TV version doesn't match with the cartoon version?
Yes, they're completely different.
Oh. Are you saying Rosario Dawson is not a good Sokatano?
I'm not saying that. I'm saying that artistic design is different.
Oh, okay. Well, odds are it's a different crop of designers, so that would explain that.
Yeah.
Although it's still headed by David Filoni, so you would think he would keep it consistent.
I mean, the character's facial features and everything is the same for the most part. Like the markings are a little bit different, but they're relatively almost the same. But it's just like the costume, it's different, you know? Like whatever she's wearing, it's just different.
Well, it's like probably like 20, 30 years after the cartoon, so obviously the clothes could have changed after a while. Like she's probably not wearing the same clothes she did back then.
Well,
Maybe.
that's just it. That is just it, 100%. But I don't know. It's not a bad design either. I kind of like the new design.
But full disclosure, I did not watch the show.
I can tell.
Suddenly, I stopped being a Star Wars fan, and the day that Luke Skywalker turned to the camera and took a swallow of green milk, that was pretty much the end for me.
See, in my opinion, Star Wars is this, all right? Episode 1 all the way to 6. That is Star Wars. After that, it's just basically utter garbage. Mandalorian is not bad though. I will say that.
Yeah, but they still managed to mess it up. Like I remember when we first got the first season of Mandalorian. Oh, Star Wars is saved. David Filoni and John Favreau will save Star Wars, and then Kathleen Kennedy will be fired, and Favreau will take her place. And seeing the fans going crazy, like they just saw like a tiny glimmer of hope, and then they went all crazy. And then when we got the episode of Luke Skywalker, obviously it was official then. Star Wars was saved. And then not even 2 weeks later, like just maybe a week later, Pablo Hidalgo was making fun of Star Wars theory for crying when Luke Skywalker was on screen. So it didn't take them long to start attacking the fans and calling the fans loser for just being happy that Luke Skywalker was included. So that, but somehow Star Wars was saved, and then of course then we got the book of Boba Fett, which was even
That
worse.
was garbage. That was the worst thing I've ever seen. Okay, this is what doesn't make any sense, right? Is he crosses over into Mandalorian and shows that his skills are far more superior than Mandalorian. And then when he gets his own show, he gets his ass whooped by random ass basic characters. It's like, what? What happened to your skills? Where did they go?
Well, you could think that maybe it was a different team working on the show, but from what I understand, it was supposed to be the same writers' room, the same pretty much the same people who did the Book of Boba Fett, who did the Mandalorian. So you have to wonder what went wrong. Uh,
Hmm. I do wonder what went wrong. A lot. And the thing is, like, this is what happened, right? I wasn't a big fan of Boba Fett at all growing up. I was always a fan of Jango Fett. All right. And then they piqued my interest when they brought him into Mandalorian because they actually showed that he was pretty cool and badass and whatnot. And then basically they stole my interest from him once they made his own show because he was utter garbage again. Like, how do you do that?
Not sure. The Chosen is asking, you still working on the OP headpiece multiverse? Yeah, sadly, I did not play the game a lot the past month or two, so I'm still I still need to purchase some of the components to craft the headpiece, and I think I did not even break rank 20 just yet. Like the next rank I have to break is rank 20. So at this rate, I probably won't have upgraded the headpiece when we get the next DLC just yet. So next DLC, I'll have to upgrade the old headpiece and whatever new OP we will get. Sadly, as I mentioned, when the game doesn't work too well, I don't force myself to try to play. If it doesn't work well, I'll just wait. I wait and figure when they fix it, then I'll play it. So if there's a mission that doesn't work, I'll skip that mission and play it when they fix it. And overall, the whole servers had issues, so I took a bit of a break waiting for them to fix it. And they kind of sort of fixed a few things, but there's still quite a lot of lag left in the game. That somehow either they're not going to fix it for some reason, or maybe they just don't know how to fix it. I don't know.
Yeah. Hold up. I think I got an idea.
And also, I know that like right now we have not just the game. That's the sad part. The forums also are a mess. Did you try to go to the forums lately?
No.
I don't even go to the forums anymore because holy crap, it takes forever for the forums to load, assuming that they do load, and then whenever you try to switch to a new thread, again it takes forever for the new thread to load. So the forums are pretty much freaking unusable right now.
I haven't used the forums in probably a half year to a year.
So I've only been using the Discord for some time, and sadly I haven't been playing the game all that much lately.
Oh. Excuse me. Alright, let me see here.
No, that's alright, Chosen. I gave you what I thought was an honest answer. So at rank 33, you're actually further ahead than I am. So I guess congrats for that. David Sharpie, Disney buying Star Wars is what went wrong. There's a lot of things that went wrong. It's not just Disney buying Star Wars. It's also George Lucas appointing Kathleen Kennedy as president. That was a terrible decision.
You're funny sometimes.
Why? Oh, I'm mind controlled.
I just find it funny how you blame the most random people sometimes.
Oh, I what?
You blame the most random people sometimes.
Why, Kathleen Kennedy?
Yeah.
How is that not a bad decision? She literally destroyed the franchise. They can't even make movies anymore because she destroyed it. The toy companies don't want to sell toys anymore because she broke the freaking thing.
Fair enough.
Even the TV shows, they have one TV show coming up, I think, and that seems it will be the last of the Star Wars TV show for at least for a while, if not forever. So she literally broke the franchise. So
Give me a second here.
So I'm not sure why you say I blame random people. We should probably focus on the evil Martian Manhunter. That freaking mind control thing is annoying.
I always laugh when I scroll through my materials and I just see a material that says pizza.
Well, the pizza material looks more like barf than oh.
Ooh, this looks good. Yes, I found the new material to put on that style.
Ah, come on. Nah, I wasn't able to get out of there. I got pulled. Ah, there we go.
Ugh. That is perfect. Wait, hold up. I wonder if I could do that with this. Let's see what I can do. You know, I have just recently obtained the, what's it called,
Yeah.
the Last Sun material, and I gotta say, that material is awesome.
That's all right.
It's so good for making, like, fire effects mixed with auras. I love it. Here, I'll bring a couple of styles out to you whenever you're out in the mission. You can see what I mean by it. Very cool. I'll put Vengeance, I'll put... Zarthos, and... What's the other one called? King of Hell. Yeah, I think this is my new favorite material. This is so good.
Well, at this point, there's a lot of good materials.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, like, in terms of materials to recreate fire, I think this is the best one. Surprisingly, even though there's like things like scorching in the game, this one actually looks like fire. That is very nice.
Play the blame game later.
Right. Let's pool info. What was Brainiac after?
The Richard is asking about basically the Kathleen Kennedy thing. It happened a little bit before not long before he sold the company. Basically, he appointed Kathleen Kennedy as president and then sold it to Disney, or might have been one of the conditions to selling to Disney. I don't know, because George at the time thought that he wanted to have someone who would protect his legacy, and he foolishly thought that Kathleen Kennedy would do that, not knowing that she had very very different ideas than what he wanted to do. Also, he had handshake agreement with Bob Iger that they would use his scripts for the next three movies, and Bob Iger had no intention of doing that. He even mentioned that in his book, which you think that he would not mention that because basically he just mentioned in his book that you cannot trust him. He's not a trustworthy fellow. But apparently he didn't realize that what he did was not nice.
So you see what I'm saying about how it works well with the aura?
Yeah, I suppose.
Works really well. And then like I did this with Vengeance as well.
Yeah, but you're not a villain,
It's okay.
so you're gonna cure for the second raid.
No, I'm just here to chill out, chill for a bit before I go to gym. That's all I'm doing.
Come on, the game could match us together.
I doubt it.
And I hear myself in the headset.
Do you?
Yes.
How about now?
I don't know. Yes.
Oh, I don't know. I have no idea how to fix that. How about now?
I don't know. Oh, now it's good, it seems.
Okay, I literally just touched it.
Punch just says he's been playing for 2 weeks. Now he's at 427. Good job. Punch, check your shield up. Hello, Angel. We're doing good. Punch, collect only not collected items because that's the bonus.
I find this material looks really well for Zarathos.
You're cheating. Zarathos is a Marvel character. You're not allowed to use it.
Very well. Oh,
Looks more like Dormammu.
I know.
Oh,
Everyone
I hear
does.
myself again.
I literally didn't do anything.
Pup says make BC Ghost Rider next.
Yeah, you should do it too. You should make a video on it.
For those wondering when phase 6, although we should be able to get in soon. Oh, we're waiting for Kitten Kane. There we go.
Which mission are you playing?
The second raid, Brainiac, I forget the name. Evil menu
Second
lagging.
raid? Alright,
Yeah.
I queued.
The command
I
ship.
queued in. I did not get in with you. So hold on. I'll cancel. Queue.
Oh, the Luminous is showing the new emote.
Yeah, I'm missing 2 pieces. The 2 rare ones.
Too late, too late. I guess you could try to get lucky on the broker. But now you have to wonder, like, will the price go up? Because basically, if people cannot purchase the collection from the vendor, the collections on the broker are useless. They're going to be useful only next year. So are people still going to try to buy it right now? And will the price go up? Or will people just give up on buying those collections? And will the price go down? What say you?
I have no idea, to be honest. I'm not planning on buying anything on the broker. I played my fair share of the broker in my last few years, and I don't know, I'm kind of done with it. You know? I couldn't really care less about the stuff in the broker anymore. I got in, did you?
Oh, Sophia didn't show the new mutant style. Someone here pretty much seems to have. I'm not sure if she has the whole style. So if you've been wondering what the mutant style looks like, our friend Noel Million has it right here. Maybe we should invite her. See, the sad part is that like right now we have 7 people in the group. if Johnny did cure for the mission, you would think that the matchmaking would match us together. But as you can see, we're still waiting and waiting and waiting. And it's hard to believe also that there's not a single villain curing for that mission tonight, which sadly actually would show how sad the things are right now. Like we're Friday night, and there doesn't seem to be people curing for the freaking mission.
Yeah. This is not DC's proudest moment.
Well, they're gonna have to rethink. They're gonna have to rethink a lot of things, and especially the omnibus. It was obvious way back when they first came up with the idea of the omnibus that it wouldn't work, and some of us did try to tell them that it wouldn't work, and still they went ahead with that idea. Somebody was really, really in love with the idea of the omnibus, and they went ahead even though it didn't make sense. So while we wait, then, why don't we go to the open world?
Do you
Uh,
want
let,
to?
let's yeah, let's go play the bounties.
Alright. I'm just gonna go get my armories.
So we are in phase 5. So if you guys want to come here and join us, let's pick up the missions. In case some of you maybe do not know, we're getting bonus currency this week for this episode.
Are we?
Yes.
Okay.
And if I trust the announcement, we'll also get bonus currency next week, but I'm not sure if it's accurate or if it's a typo.
You made a big difference in DC. Thank you. We'll never forget that.
So let's start with let's go take a look at the tumblers.
So I got a question for you.
Sure.
Alright. Say this game shuts down in, I don't know, however many years, alright? Do you plan on covering other content? Do you plan on quitting YouTube? Do you plan on, like, deleting the channel? What do you plan on doing after this game?
I've already quitted YouTube. I've sent in my 2 weeks notice, so in 2 weeks I'll be out of YouTube. But seriously, no, I'm going to cover other content. Already, there's what's it called? There's DC Dark
Hopefully,
Legion. There's DC Dark Legion that I'm going to cover. I'm probably going to cover the Marvel game, Marvel Rivals, when it gets released.
Okay.
So I'm already planning to cover other stuff. So even if DC was to disappear tomorrow morning, there's other DC content I would cover.
Let's see.
And hopefully, many years, maybe someday, many years in the future, if they do shut down DCUO, hopefully there will be another game that will replace it. So covering that game, I guess, could be an option. Like, there's always people that are hoping to get the DC Universe Online 2 or something like that. So hopefully, the day that DC Universe Online disappears, we'll get some other DC game. Maybe we'll get DC Universe Online 2.
Yeah, I doubt that.
But there seems to be there seems to be something wrong with MMOs right now, because there's other MMOs that have a whole bunch of issues, not like what DCUO has, and also what about new upcoming MMOs? There seems to be a lot of new upcoming MMOs, and those that seems to be in the works don't seem very exciting, or seems to be already set up to fail. So I don't know. It's a weird. There's something weird going on in gaming right now.
I've been playing a lot of Spider-Man 2 lately. I got that about a month ago. I've been playing that a lot.
So did you see in Spider-Man 3 they will add Silk as opposed to Gwenpool, or so as opposed to Spider-Gwen?
Are they?
Yeah.
I know. I think they're trying to do Green Goblin next as well.
Well, they're saying they're trying to be different, to do different stuff than what's expected, which is why they made, spoiler alert, they made Venom Harry Osborn as opposed to Eddie Brock, because they're trying to, I don't know, surprise people.
It's not a bad thing either. Like, they still did a good job on Venom. I wish he was a little bit more destructive, like in terms like there's more environmental damage that you could do, but that's just a game design, not the character design, you know?
And what do you think of Venom in Marvel Rivals?
I don't play that game, so I have no idea.
Well, you didn't see any trailers? Oh,
I've seen trailers, but like I haven't really played any of the game. I haven't played the game ever. So
well, not a lot. Only people who played the beta played the game, so there's only like 8 billion people like you who didn't play the game. So you're not alone, is what I'm saying. Sorry, guys, if I ignore the chat a bit.
I'm not into card games though.
Card games?
Well, isn't that what Marvel Rivals is?
No, it's pretty much Overwatch with Marvel characters.
Oh, that game.
The card game you're talking about is Midnight Suns.
Oh, okay, my bad.
That's all right.
Rivals, yeah, it's like Overwatch. Okay, yeah. That's with like the bulkier versions of every Marvel character, right? Like everyone looks extra armored and crap and looks futuristic.
Well, it looks like a Marvel done in some sort of anime style, like almost like a Joe Madureira when he did the Ultimates.
See, I'll tell you this right now. Until they put Ghost Rider in there, probably will never play it.
I'm pretty sure. Try to remember. I can't recall if they did show Ghost Rider or not. I'm sure
they're
they'll.
doing Doctor Doom though.
Yes, Doctor Doom is the main villain, and it's Doctor Doom and Doctor Doom 2099 that are the main villains. So the storyline will revolve around them trying to conquer the world, and your group for trying to stop them, I suppose, somehow.
That's cool.
Agent Hunter is asking why DC and James Gunn don't collaborate together and make this game more intriguing to new players. It's even though it's all DC related, DC is a licensed game. I don't know how much control James Gunn has over it, or if any at all. When James Gunn became the creative director of DCU, it was mentioned that it would try to coordinate the movies, the TV shows, and the games so that it would all make sense together. But it never was really defined or explained how they would do that, or to what extent. And sadly, creating content for a video game takes time.
Yep.
So they if they wanted to coordinate with James Gunn so that it matches with whatever he's doing with the movies, they would have James Gunn would have had to tell DCUO 2 years ago what he was planning to do. And from the looks of it, even now they're still trying to put together what they're planning to do. So they don't seem to be 100% certain on what they're doing, or if they are, they're not talking. Because the reason why I say they don't seem to be 100% certain is that we do see contradiction from time to time. Sometimes they'll mention one thing in an interview, and a couple of interviews later they mention the opposite. So they seem to still be trying to figure out what they're going to do, which makes it kind of difficult to, if they don't know what they're going to do, how can they tell DCUO, okay, here's what we're going to do in 2 years?
Yeah.
So the only real collaboration I think we will get will be something like when we got the Peacemaker helmet while the Peacemaker TV show was released. That's the kind of collaboration I expect. Well, uh, someone mentions James Gunn has no reason to care for this game. Yes and no. Technically, yeah, he should probably focus on the movie side. But if the game does well, it will make people want to watch the movies. Like if let's say they were to make a Superman DLC and the Superman DLC goes really well, that will make people want to see the Superman movie even more, or the Superman TV show even more. Or the same with the Superman TV show. If the Superman TV show is well received as well, again, it will make people want to see more Superman content. So it's and the opposite is true too. We saw the Black Adam movie didn't do too well, and people didn't seem to care too much about the Black Adam DLC either. So it works a bit hand in hand. Even though they're not directly related or connected, they still influence each other.
I mean, here's the thing, though. All right, I like the Black Adam movie,
I love it, but I'm very alone.
I didn't like the DLC though, just because I don't know. I just didn't like it. I think the movie is overhated, to be honest.
Well, it was a bit weird, because normally it was expected that the critics would hate the movie. That was expected. The real surprise is that YouTubers also hated the movie before it was released. Not even based on the movie, just based on the critics. So that was a weird. That was a weird. I felt like I was in the Twilight Zone when that happened. Because normally you have the critics hating, let's say, if the critics hate some contents, usually the YouTuber will try to defend it. But here, the YouTubers and the critics were both trying to pretty much destroy the movie before it was even released. And then when it turned out that the movie was actually kind of good, some YouTuber tried to shift their views to change their opinion, but it was too late. By then the harm was done, and the movie sadly didn't perform very well.
Yeah.
So it was a bit strange to see the way things happened with the Black Adam movie.
I agree.
But then the Black Adam DLC pretty much confirmed that maybe Black Adam is not as popular as some people seems to think.
Black Adam was never a popular character. Anyone that says that he is a popular character is just wrong.
Well, I couldn't understand a big Captain Marvel fan or Shazam fan thinking that
It's just not.
thinking that the movie is popular, but for most people, they didn't know who Black Adam was.
I mean, here's the thing, right? Is you have the original characters, right? You have the original 7, right? Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Flash, all the way down to 7, right? So typically, people are going to be more aware of characters that are related to the original 7, right?
Yeah.
There's occasionally small little teams like the JLA and whatnot that people are that are aware of, right? But then you have characters such as Shazam, right? That aren't part of teams that are known but not super well known, right?
Yeah.
And because of the fact that they're not super popular characters on their own, it means that their villains and their extra side characters are not going to be popular at all. And that's exactly where Black Adam fits in. He fits in as one of those villains or side characters for a not so super popular character. Yes, he's a popular character, Shazam, but nowhere near Batman or Shazam or Flash. You know,
Well,
like it's just
the thing with Black Adam is that he was pretty much perfect casting for The Rock. So
yeah,
that's pretty much why they were able to convince DC to make a Black Adam movie.
yeah, but the character's just not popular enough for that. You know, he's not.
Well, there's been this belief ever since Guardians of the Galaxy. There's been this belief that you can take any obscure character and turn it into a success like Guardians of the Galaxy was.
No.
Uh,
It's
some
just no.
Sadly, they seem to believe that, and it would seem that come on, I'm stuck here. It would seem that James Gunn is very much leaning into that because he seems to be going all in into using obscure characters.
Yeah.
The Chosen says the server will be shut down next Wednesday for 5 hours next week. Oh, okay. How do you know?
Because I announced it.
Did they?
Yeah, on Discord.
Or just a minute.
I think he forgot that he's streaming.
Sorry about that.
Uh-huh. Delivery?
No, it's my father. He's calling. Usually on Saturday I go to my father's, but he usually calls on Friday to sort of confirm.
Gotcha.
Oh, I missed some of the chat. So let's see. Okay, next Wednesday. So where was it announced?
I think it was announced today, I think.
Okay. Thanks you, Tariq. He says a nice Doomsday style. I was pretty happy with the result. David Sharp, obscures like the creature commandos, absolutely. Angel says because this is the only hero villain game left on consoles. Yeah, that's the one thing DC Universe Online has is that it's the one superhero game, the one superhero MMO we still have on consoles, and sadly, as you saw some of the styles that the devs keeps on giving us, it's as if the devs think they're working on Warcraft or something because they keep on giving us styles that don't really have anything to do with superheroes. I understand that they're trying to have some I don't want to use diverse because it pretty much has a different meaning nowadays. I understand they're trying to use different stuff, different styles, but very often they just end up using stuff that has nothing to do with DC. Like if you look at the base items, like we have the Doctor Who how do you call it, police cabin as a base item. We have the Stargates as a base item. We have like they keep on bringing stuff from other franchise, from other intellectual properties in DC. Again, I understand that they're trying to get maybe some different stuff, but there's so much rich stuff in the DC universe that we still don't have in DC Universe Online. That before using stuff from Stargate or before using stuff from Doctor Who, I would use stuff from DC first. But this, and it's not just with the new devs. For quite some time, the devs, whatever devs we have in DCUO, very often seems to be more interested in creating stuff that has nothing to do with DC Universe Online or with the DC Universe in general. But maybe it's just me. Yeah, I could be wrong.
Yeah, it's just you. It's all you.
Pub says, I think James Gunn likes the challenge. Nah, he's just going for his personal preferences. Like he seems to enjoy obscure characters a lot more than the mainstream characters. At the end of the day, James Gunn probably see himself as an artiste, and so he's probably not too much into mainstream stuff, and he's probably much more into obscure stuff, and that's what we get with what he does.
Makes a lot of sense, to be honest. To describe him as an artiste, as you said, it kind of makes sense with his personality from what I've seen.
Now it can give some good results. Like Guardian of the Galaxy was good, and sometimes he would go even one step further. Like I don't know if you saw he did some sort of 70s disco video with the actors from Guardians, like Zardu Hasselfrau or something like that. I forget what it's called, with David Hasselhoff, pretty much referring to the what he mentions in the movie.
Yeah.
So sometimes he'll be cuckoo and he'll come up with some cool wacky stuff, but sometimes but that's all he seems to be doing though. So that makes him a bit of like a one trick pony.
Yeah.
Like in Peacemaker, like they tried to make Peacemaker jokey, and there's even the
John
bit.
Cena as well. Like
Sorry?
John Cena in the last couple like 7-8 years has been trying to be a comedian more than anything.
Oh yeah,
so
yeah.
Kind of him as well.
There's a few movies with him on Amazon, and it's like that. Like there's the latest one. What is it called? The Jackpot, where he plays some sort of bodyguard who tries to protect. Sorry.
Yeah, Ricky Stenicki as well.
And Ricky Sneaky. So yeah, obviously he seems to be to want to do very much that kind of material. So he fits right in with what James Gunn wants to do.
Yeah. And I mean, he has that superhero body anyway, so it's like, there you go, might as well.
Yeah, but he seems to be obsessed with the comedic angle.
He is.
And even worse with Vigilante. Like, holy crap. For half a second, I was happy that the Vigilante was part of the show, and then when we saw the character, I was like, okay, that's a waste of time.
It's like, oh, a Deadpool ripoff, cool.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
That's exactly as he got played off as, a Deadpool ripoff. They couldn't use Harley Quinn because, you know, too popular of a character, and so they were like, let's make a new character, but that already exists, basically. And let's just reuse Vigilante's name and make him Deadpool.
Yeah, pretty much. You watch Inuyasha? I have no idea what that is, so the answer is no. Teabag is asking, should I use my DPS munition? What artifact should I use with my DPS munition? Honestly, I wouldn't. Been a while since I played with munition, so I wouldn't even know what to recommend to you. Maybe Flashpoint as a suggestion or two.
Nope. I'm useless. I don't play munitions.
I played the munition a bit, but I can say I wouldn't. I didn't play it enough, and especially with the artifacts to be able to suggest something like that.
I have two powers I use: electric and fire.
Oh, the Chosen says it was announced on the forums. That explains it. I don't go to the forums pretty much these days. I go once in a while, but it takes so it's. The forums are so unstable right now, they're pretty much unusable.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna switch to a different character.
Despite many flaws, you both were my designing exobytes. It is a simple matter using them against you.
Lex won't like revealing this, but he has ways of destabilizing Swarm. Break Brainiac's control, and he can help you.
Alright, I'm back.
Your audio is much louder somehow.
Yeah, I gotta turn down yours too. There.
I'll try to change your audio without dying. There we go. Oh, you're playing. I don't know. Are you Hermes of Olympus?
Yep.
You're not from
I am.
Olympus. You're from Ontario.
Yep.
Oh, I think I may have lowered your mic too much. Say something.
Something. Let's see. Funded. Yes. Let's put this one.
So why Hermes? You wanted to use the Jagark headpiece?
I mean, I don't know. I wanted to play something different than Johnny Blaze all the time. So I made an electric healer, and I was like, Hermes, there you go, good enough.
How dare you betray Johnny Blaze like that?
And plus, my league was making this like little side project where we make a bunch of Greek gods, so it was like perfect opportunity. All right, yeah, I'll go back to the House of Legends. Wait for you to finish. That's the last boss fight, right?
Not sure.
I think it is.
Come on. Someone named David Sharp, there's a TARDIS beside him. Yeah, pretty much. There's a police cabin that pretty much could pass as a TARDIS. We're evil villains shooting blanks.
Every time I hear someone say TARDIS, I just think of Yucko the Clown when he makes that joke about this guy being a certain thing.
No idea who Yakko the Clown is.
You don't know who Yucko the Clown is?
No, I'm not a clown expert. I know Krusty the Clown, Bozo the Clown, and that's pretty much it.
You need to look up Yucko the Clown on YouTube later. The guy is so freaking hilarious. Basically, he goes to a bunch of conventions and he just basically roasts people. I just like the TARDIS joke that he makes. It's pretty funny.
Pop says, I use trans strategist and cycled between the Quizlet, Eben, and the Solar Amplifier.
I wonder, how much is surging aura? That's the water aura, right?
Yeah. Why? What's wrong with it?
Let's go. Nothing, I just want to see how much it is here. Ooh, yeah, that would look good on this character. 9 million. I'll get it later.
Matthew is asking, what is the most toxic gaming community in your opinion? I couldn't say because the only one I really know right now is DCUO.
2012 Call of Duty lobbies.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, but is that still the case?
No, it's not the same anymore.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Is the bubble movement style available anywhere in the game?
It comes from I forget if it comes from a time capsule or from the summer seasonal. Like because there's a bubble aura and a bubble movement. One comes from the time capsule, one comes from the seasonal, but I forget which comes from which. I have a
Yeah, I
video
want
about
the
that.
movement.
If you look at my video, you'll know soon enough. That girl
Yeah.
from AU says most common artifact from munition are strat, trans, and solar. If you're adding heat vision to your loadout. Shooting blank, always the player base these days. Uh, there doesn't seem to be a lot of players right now. A lot of people still seems to be on their summer break, or they took a break because the freaking game keeps on lagging or crashing, or so it's hard to tell. The real question is, will they come back when we get the next DLC? Because the homecoming seasonal did not seem to bring back a lot of people. A lot of people who were on break stayed on break. Oh, stayed on break despite the homecoming seasonal. So we'll know for sure when we get the next DLC. We'll know. If people don't come back for the next DLC, that's going to speak volume.
Okay. It's a collection.
Collection. How do you know?
Yeah. Because I'm looking at your video.
Ah, okay. But is it a collection from the seasonal or a collection from the time capsule?
I have no idea.
Well, go look at Booster Gold. Like you can purchase, basically you can purchase one of them from Booster Gold. So the one you cannot purchase from Booster Gold will be from the seasonal.
Um, oh wow, they are expensive
Well,
in the broker.
it's a
In the
popular
broker.
item. It's really nice. It's a good looking one. If you can afford to buy it, I would say buy it. And yeah, I'm not surprised if it's a popular, if it's expensive because it's a popular item.
How much would it be in the cork vendor or booster gold?
Shooting blanks was curious. I've been debating on getting back into it. Just not sure to be honest. I would say come back at least for the either come back for the next DLC or come back for Batman Day. We should have Batman Day sometime soon. Okay, we should have Batman Day September 21st at the latest, and we should get the next DLC probably end of September.
Yeah.
So I'll come back at least for Batman Day. Although right now we also have the Year of the Dragon. So if you want to have the dragon horns, and now would be a good time to come back.
All right, I found it. It's in the cork vendor and it's 4,000.
Okay.
That's insane. Because here's the thing, it's a movement style. You barely even notice it. Why is it that expensive?
Uh, well, it depends what you use. Like if you use flying, you notice it quite a lot. I'm not sure about super speed,
Yeah, I'm using super speed, so
so that might be why.
well, because right now I have basically a style for my Hermes, where like every armory is a different infusion with another god. So I have one that's like half Hermes, half Poseidon, half Hermes, half Zeus, half Hermes, half Ares, and whatnot, all the way through all the other gods, you know.
Yeah.
And for Poseidon, I kind of wanted to get the bubbles. So
So we might be in trouble. We lost someone. We don't know if they left or they were just disconnected. And someone mentions that they got disconnected today after the second boss. So let's hope we don't get disconnected.
I haven't been having any issues, to be honest, with this game yet.
Knock on wood.
The Earth belongs to the one who would remember it after everyone else is gone.
And yet you don't remember this. We always stop you.
Before I offered you
Image that God says the bubble movement has a 50 point feet. That's why it is expensive. No, don't attack. We don't have everyone just yet. Too late.
reinforcements activated.
So have you seen Deadpool and Wolverine yet?
Oh yeah, I did.
And what do you think of it?
I was pretty good.
Without any spoilers, would you are you excited to see what's going on with the future of the Deadpool?
No,
No?
no, because it's a small miracle that we got what we got. I'm pretty sure that the way Marvel has been operating for quite some time, like the Deadpool is a deal that has been made at a time when Bob Chapek was still there. So Bob Chapek is pretty much the one who was championing that movie, and sadly he's been gone for quite some time. So I strongly doubt that Kevin Feige will champion Deadpool the way Chapek did. Now, I know some
Hmm.
people are hoping that things will change and that this will because the movie made a lot of money. So people are hoping that since the movie made a lot of money, it will change Marvel's. It will show Marvel the error of their ways, and they will learn lessons from that. Sadly, too often, uh, producers learn the wrong lessons. So yeah, in theory, Deadpool should teach a lesson to Marvel, but at the end of the day, odds are they'll just learn the wrong lesson. I think we're gonna wipe and try again.
Are you able to invite me somehow, even if I'm on the hero side?
If what?
I wonder if you could. Is it possible to invite heroes when you're in the game?
No.
Oh, that's too bad.
Brainiac has every advantage.
They really need to fix that and change that.
There's a lot of things they need to do, and they're not doing it. So I don't know.
That would be such a good change in the game.
Your time in the universe
That girl from AU says getting DCs is far too common on all servers now. Yeah, that they have to do something about that, but they don't know what to fix or they know what to fix and they just cannot fix it. So sadly, oh wait.
I'm gonna go in about 30 minutes to the gym.
Don't go to the gym.
calling me. Still there?
Yeah. We're missing. Do you want a cure for the mission?
I doubt I'll get in, but sure, I'll queue in. It's the second one, right?
Yeah.
Alright. I've queued in.
Actually, let's see if I can invite you. I've invited you to group, but I cannot invite you to the. Let's try invite to group.
Oh, I got into a mission.
Oh,
Let's see if it's in yours. No, I don't think I got into yours because it's taking forever for it to send me in.
a grid says you can invite people while you're in the instance, but I
No, I didn't get in yours.
because I have a ring. Oh, let's see. Nah. I'll try to invite you to the group, see if it works. Tell me when you're out of the mission.
I'm out.
It says Hermes Olympios is not allowed to join this instance.
That's dumb.
So sadly, no, I can't invite you. No, he's not villain. That's why.
That's what we were talking about, that they need to change that so that way they can get into missions together. Or, you know, what they could have done if they were really smart when the game came out, add an anti-hero faction where it allows you to go inside the Watchtower and the Hall of Doom and do both missions. But, you know, that's okay. They,
Nah, another faction would fracture the player base, which is already fractured enough as it is.
yeah, but if they
Because
would have done it early on, I think it would have been fine.
already there's not enough villains, and if there was another faction, that would hurt the villain faction even more. Oh, hi, they're going to get you.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Yeah, I'm queued right now, and it's just not putting me in with you.
Nah, it's okay. Let's try. We'll try it one more short. Ideally, miss pass lead to hero, and it should work. We're villains, so we'll try again with the group we have. And if it doesn't work, well, we'll just forget it.
I'm not stressed. I wasn't really planning on playing anyways. I was just coming to chill. So.
Well, it would have been embarrassing. You play God mode and you probably would have died, so everyone would have seen you unmasked, exposed.
Yeah. Well, I'm not even playing on my fire. I'm playing on my electric.
Even worse. You would have died even more. If already you die when you play in gun mode, imagine playing electric.
I know, right?
How'd you like electric?
It's fun. I'm an electric healer.
Electric is good. I kind of enjoyed. I kind of enjoyed it way back when.
This was one of the original powers that I picked when I played the game back in the early days, like when they introduced the first power set, you know, being
Yeah.
electric. Like this was like the first thing that I gravitated towards and stuck with.
It was one of the original battle roll. The way they had made electric, they were sort of hoping that it would be for battle healers. And then we got the Celestial that will also for battle healers. Oh. I guess we're not going to make it.
No?
Nah. Oh, actually, a few people went down. I was able to pick one up. But I think someone else was able to pick them up, so who knows? We might still be able to make it.
Okay. Text my buddy.
So, how did you like your dragon style?
I'm a little disappointed that the horns are not an accessory or like face piece or something, that they're
Another
a
headpiece, yeah.
headpiece. I'm disappointed about that.
Yeah, a lot of people were.
Because it's like, they were actually really nicely designed, you know? But like, unfortunately, can't use it.
Yeah. There's a few styles like that you would think they would have made into an accessory or a face piece. Like the katana face mask. That should have been a face piece.
Oh, 100%. I really don't know what they were thinking.
Yeah. Well, oh, who knows? Maybe someday they'll make it into an accessory as well, or a face mask, like they did with the Wonder Woman lasso. At first, it was only a waist style, but then they gave it to us as an accessory.
Yeah. I think you're hoping too much.
Oh, it doesn't cost anything, yes, I suppose.
Don't mind me, I'm a little tired. Long
Okay,
day.
I can hear that. Go to bed early tonight.
Oh man, I wish. Yeah, later on, I'm gonna need you to help me find some bow styles, because I know you have a lot of styles.
No, I don't.
Compared to me, you probably do.
Especially bow styles.
I'm sure you use a bow.
Not really. I did have a Green Lantern character, a Green Arrow character at some point, but I kind of turned him into something else.
Hmm.
The bow is nice enough to use, but it's too there's other games like where you have a when you use a bow, you can attack from a pretty long distance, like in Lord of the Rings Online. But in DCUO, even if you use a bow, you're pretty much always almost in the close range, and
Hmm.
the range of the bow is not that far ahead.
I just picked bow because it looks cool. That's it. I didn't think about
Nah,
it.
admit it, you were a fan of Arrow.
What? I got into a mission apparently.
Lucky
I don't
you.
want to get in. I don't want to get in there.
Why not?
Oh, bored. You know, I think you'll be happy to hear that I've been watching a lot of older. I shouldn't say older, but they're definitely older movies. Um, like Back to the Future and everything recently. And I gotta say, out of all the new movies that's come out in like the last 10 years, I feel like movies from the 80s and 90s are the way to go.
Yeah, pretty much.
I must seek out more suitable ones of
Like they're actually so good.
Even a bad movie from the 80s is better than what's being produced right now, which is a bit sad when you think about it.
Like I don't know, something about like all the movies that I've been watching are actually super good. And then like I watch something new and I just get so zoned out of it. It's just like man, I don't know. Today's movies are not good at all. Because here's the thing, right? The older movies, they actually had people that had like artistic ideas, and now it's just like money ideas. It's like, what's gonna make us money?
No, I'm pretty sure they had money ideas back then too.
Yeah, but they took a little bit more artistic care to it.
Well, there was a shift that happened. At some point, directors had more power than they have right now. And there's a few exceptions, like Christopher Nolan. But overall, directors don't quite have the pull they used to have.
Oh, you're in the open world?
Yeah. So for those of you who want to come and join us, it's phase phase 9.
I'll show you my my character I've been working on. Uh, there you are.
So we'll start with the big Brainiac over here, and then we'll go do the other bounty on the building afterwards. And I think that's going to be it for today. So while we wait for people, it'll give me a chance to catch up with the chat a bit. Yeah, like that girl from AU repeats, like, why isn't Katana a hit piece? It makes no sense, absolutely. Yeah, the artifacts, for the artifacts, you have to play the long game. There's no miracle to it.
So yeah, this is my character.
Unless you're willing to spend $1,000, play the long game for the artifacts and then upgrade them slowly but surely. Where's your character?
The big glowing thing. I mean, the glowing character.
Oh, with the bow.
Yeah.
Hermes didn't use a bow. That's crazy.
He does now. Originally, I gave him daggers, but I was like, that's boring.
Doesn't even respect the lore. That's terrible.
So yeah, this one's obviously infused with the power of Zeus, as you can tell.
See, that makes no sense.
Sure it does.
Very disappointed. Oh, that girl from AU left us to go make breakfast. Oh, I'm so sad now.
I always forget that,
She's in Australia.
yeah.
Yeah.
Look at that tiny doomsday there.
Where?
Right there.
Sally is the biggest body size we have. I wish we had a bigger body size, but then again, I remember way back when people would use that to block the doors. So I can understand if they did not give us a huge body size for Doomsday.
It's okay. You're gonna die, by the way.
Yeah, I know, but I was stuck.
Don't worry, I got you. Oh,
Really?
never mind. I can't hear you.
I don't need you.
Nubia, attack.
So the next event we will probably have is Batman Day, unless there's something else coming up that I don't know about. Do you know anything about that?
And maybe, just maybe, they'll give us the emblem we've been asking for.
That's in theory it would make sense because we did get the Superman emblem last year. Sadly, at this point, we pretty much have a new bunch of devs. So are they going to? And they don't seem to feel like they have to follow what was done before. So are they going to tell themselves, screw that, people did that last year, we're not going to do that? Or I meant, screw that, the devs did that last year and we're not going to do that? Or are they going to say, yeah, okay, the devs did that last year, we'll do that again this year? We don't know. That's the whole thing, is that we don't know. We will know like the day we get Batman Day, and
That's it, basically.
So sadly, at this point, we have no choice. We're gonna have to wait and cross our fingers and hope to get the emblem. Obviously, I already have the emblem, so it doesn't really matter for me. But for all the new players out there, we're not here way back when, or somehow we're here and we're not able to get the emblem. Oh,
I'm gonna get it.
we're not playing at the time, or
I don't know what happened. I think I was on a break during that time, yeah. There you go. Now he's available. And I'm gonna die. Yep. Because I got stuck.
I'll teach you to get stuck. No stuck for you. Don't die, we're almost there. Nah. But the one thing about the Deadpool Wolverine movie is that it almost felt like sometimes it almost felt like watching a spoof movie.
Honestly, that's exactly how Deadpool is, though. In every single comic, he's a complete joke, you know. And that's kind of what I wanted out of the Deadpool movies. I didn't want it to be taken serious.
But even then, we still had some cool scenes, like when we have the Blade entrance. Come on,
I was happy to see Blade in there.
people were almost cheering when Blade shows up. Like when you see the entrance, he's coming in all slow motion, and I forget the music, and obviously then we got a few nice fight scenes with our friend Blade. So that was a nice surprise. And even
Yeah, so
Gambit, like the costume was. It's not so much that the costume was weird, but he felt like it was too let's say too big for the costume.
I didn't think so. I
But
think it was fine.
but even then, seeing Gambit and seeing Gambit in action, like he had against some pretty cool action beats. So that alone made the movie worth watching. Or even seeing a Wolverine one more time with Hugh Jackman. The mask, when he puts on the mask, people were freaking out.
Honestly, I liked the whole scene where he's going to find all the different Wolverines and he saw like all these different references. I love that.
So there was a lot of good stuff in that film. Was it perfect? Absolutely not. And it didn't have to be. It just had to be entertaining.
hmm Like I loved that they paid homage to the comic accurate Wolverine, showing him being really short.
Yeah, but
Oh,
sadly
that was funny.
they paid homage to that, but by making fun of it. That's a bit sad. So we'll never get a comic accurate Wolverine ever because people will point to that scene to say that it looks ridiculous.
I don't think it's ridiculous. I thought it was a funny joke overall.
People thought it was ridiculous. That's the way they made it. They kind of made fun of it. They didn't treat it very seriously.
I'm at the House of Legends, by the way.
We're fighting the other bounty.
Oh.
You slacker! You didn't come and fight with us.
Sorry.
Hello, Mr. Bunny Bones. Well, now you made it today. Thanks for watching. It's always appreciated.
Yeah. But you know what? I'm kind of disappointed about one thing, but I'm also kind of glad for at the same time.
What?
So I'm not sure if you ever saw in the concept art, they were actually thinking of getting Nicolas Cage to come back as Ghost Rider in that film, but due to some issues, they couldn't get him in there. But at the same time, too, though, so like I was excited to see that, but at the same time, I'm also kind of like disappointed that he wasn't in there too. But I think it's a good thing that he didn't come up though, because you know what? I think if you're gonna bring back Ghost Rider for something, it's gotta be something really big, not just as a side character.
Well, they've already decided also they're going to have the Jamie Reyes Ghost Rider, so there's no way they're going to bring back Nicolas Cage.
Well, they were gonna bring him back for that film though. That's the thing. They had it they had it all prepped for him to come back, but
But
for one reason or another, they didn't bring him back.
And that's my point. I wouldn't be surprised if somebody at Disney put their foot down and said, no, 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 we have our Latino Ghost Rider coming up. You're not going to bring back the cage.
So I think it was more of a few. I think if I remember correctly, there's two reasons why that I heard. It's something about no, sorry, three reasons that they had bigger plans for Ghost Rider in a future film. And then the other reason is that Nicolas Cage said no for whatever reason. And number three, I think it was something to do with scheduling. Just didn't work out.
Well, right off the bat,
And budget, and then budget as well.
the big future, big plans, right off the bat, that probably was reason enough. But also, you'll notice pretty much all the cameos are characters from either the Fox movies or, in the case of Blade, the new line.
Hmm. Like apparently Ben Affleck was supposed to come back, but didn't appear.
Well, Jennifer Garner was there, and I think their divorce was not a very friendly one. So I guess they had to make a choice, either one or the other.
Yeah, I mean, no offense to her, but I still would have preferred Ben Affleck.
Oh, I was happy either way.
But Blade, though, that was the one thing I was happy to see, was just Blade.
Oh yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong, Gambit was cool, Lecter was cool, X-23 was cool. Like, it was cool to see everyone there, but Blade, that was the one I wanted to see, you know?
Oh yeah. Well, the thing is, like, people have been wondering, like, the excuse that we're saying when they did not want to have Wesley Snipes come back as Blade, the excuse it would use, oh, he's too old. But then they went with Marsha Ali with his no spring chicken either. So you have to wonder what the real reason was not to use Wesley Snipes.
I love that he says that there will where he says that line, he's like, there will always only be one Blade.
Oh yeah.
I love that.
Let's give a little bow to everyone. Well, he was perfect for Blade. There's no even in Blade 3, like, even though the movie wasn't that good, Blade was good. Like, Wesley Snipes was good in the role. So for Blade, he was Blade, and it's kind of hard to picture anyone else playing Blade. I know that there was I know there was this TV series on MTV or something with Blade, but not the same thing.
I mean, it's the same way that everyone feels about Chris Hemsworth being Thor and Robert Downey Jr. being Iron Man and all these other people being, you know, all these certain people being Spider-Man. You know, like there's this, like, when you picture a character, you picture their face. You know.
Sure.
Like when I picture Blade, I think of Wesley Snipes.
Mr. Bunny Bones, Brian Reynolds went to Wesley Snipes personally to ask him to be in the movie as Blade again. Yeah, that sounds that's pretty much the rumor we had been hearing for a while.
So this is my Poseidon style, by the way.
Poseidon doesn't have the Hermes helmet. That's crazy talk.
No, it's infused. And then this is my Hades.
Hades doesn't have the helmet.
Yeah.
Demonicus Metallicus says Blade 3 is the reason we have Deadpool. Yeah, I suppose it is.
This is my regular Hermes.
You convinced me. I'll never make a Hermes video.
Good.
Oh, the edge just disappeared? Nah, it happens. So we're pretty much done for today, guys. Sorry, Scrolls, if you just joined us. You just joined us at the very, very end. So this is pretty much the end of Evil Friday for today. Next week, I don't know. Oh, next week we should have information about the daily rewards. Actually, if hopefully tomorrow we'll get the information about the new daily rewards. We'll have to wait and see. We should get the next DLC on the test server soon. Sadly, I don't know how soon. Are we going to get it next week? Are we going to get it in 2 weeks? We should get it at the latest mid-September, because if we get it at mid-September, they're going to need 2 weeks, at least 2 weeks, to test out the episode. So for the episode to come out before the end of September, um, September 16th is pretty much the latest we should get the DLC on the test server. Hopefully, we'll get it before that, but at this point, we don't know. So next week we'll play with heroes as usual, and depending on the bonus week, if we do have a bonus week next week, we're hearing some crunchy stuff here. Depending on what the bonus week will be next week, we might do something. We might play whatever missions the bonus week gives us. If not, we'll play it by ear. So, Mr. Flashpoint, yeah, any last words?
Nope. Just everyone, don't forget to leave a like, and you know, don't forget to share. You know, it's always nice to help support your local YouTuber. You know.
Your local
Anyways,
multiverse.
yeah, your local multiverse. There you go. Anyways, yeah, I gotta go. You guys all have a good weekend. You too, Multi.
You too.
And we'll see you guys later.
So, guys, thank you for watching. Thank you for those of you who came to play with us. And hopefully you guys will have a good weekend. So we'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye, guys.
Adios. See you later.